backs just love to take dead aim and really give you a hit in that position.
We haven't seen Alfonso Carricker so far in this ball game. We do see that Donnie Humphrey, the third-round draft choice out of Auburn, is now in at a defensive end position. He wears number 79. He's been impressive in camp. He had a few pounds he had to take off, and it looks like he's taken a few off as Darrell Jones comes walking off the field under his own power. They like Darrell Jones. He was a quarterback in college until his senior year. Then they moved him to the defensive secondary his senior year, and he led the team in interceptions.
Good athlete.
Of course, Ken Riley, who played for 15 years in this league and now the defensive backfield coach, he was a quarterback in college too. Texas A&M. Second down, 10 yards to go. 1:03 remaining in the first half. The ball's on the 38-yard line. Packers showing blitz, but they hold off. Danny White trying to set up the screen, and he does get the screen out.
Short of the first down, though, Joe. Good coverage by the Packer defense on that screen left. Clock's still running, too.
Kirk Phillips, a receiver, I should say number 31, Gary Allen with the ball.
They take a quick timeout. 49 seconds to go. We'll take another look. Here's a very deep set screen. You notice how deep Danny White was. He gets it to the outside. And look at this pursuit by the Packer defense over there. Number 79 was the first man on the pursuit. Donald Ray Richard.
No, Donnie Humphrey.
Donnie Humphrey, excuse me.
So that brings up a third down situation with 49 seconds left. This broadcast is authorized under the broadcasting rights granted by the Green Bay Packers Incorporated solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. Any publication or rebroadcast or other use of the descriptions and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Green Bay Packers is prohibited. 14-14, 49 seconds remaining in the first half. And so far it's been the Packers in the second quarter and the Cowboys in the first quarter.
Johnny Gray checks in that defensive secondary now. Got the nickel defense in. Keep your eye out for a blitz here, Joe, because Septien, of course, is 22 out of 28 last year kicking field goals, but this is a long field goal for him. It would be about 48, 49 yards if they can hold Dallas to an incompletion here.
Field's a little bit wet yet from some rain we had this afternoon. The first rain in Texas in a long time. Danny White from the shotgun formation needs about 5 yards, and he has it as he hits Allen. Allen down inside the 20 before he's taken out by Estes Hood.
Good pitch and a good catch that time for Allen.
So the Cowboys are moving the ball
out of the backfield. Beautiful pitch down the left sidelines to Gary Allen. Good catch, almost a deflection there, but just not quite. And it keeps the drive going, so they've got 42 seconds. They've got one timeout left.
The ball on the 17-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. Cowboys sitting in pretty good position.
Nice impressive drive countered by Dallas here.
Danny White, and he has his man. The pass is incomplete. Almost a fantastic reception by Doug Donnelly.
Ooh, what a catch by Donnelly. He had a hold of the football, just couldn't quite hold on. Didn't have possession when he was out inbounds, and he stretched as good as he could, but just couldn't hold on. Let's take another look. Here's Conley. He's on the corner pattern now, being led by White. Good pass protection. Watch this effort. The ball's on his fingertips right there, and he's out of bounds. His feet not even close to coming down in bounds.
Darrell Jones is back in the ball game for the Green Bay Packers. He was shaken up a couple of plays ago, but he is all right, and he's back at his strong safety position.
Dallas thinking 7 now instead of 3.
36 seconds remaining. Second down, blitz. 10 yards to go. The blitz is on. White under pressure puts it up, and he just threw it Johnny Humphrey, Cliff Lewis, all putting heavy pressure on Danny White as he tried to get it out to Tony Hill.
6-man rush paid off. The blitz paid off.
So 30 seconds remaining, and it's 3rd down and 10. It'll be their last chance, or I'm sure we'll see Septien and maybe Wendell Gladham, who kicked for the University of Wisconsin. From Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Big Greg Boyd now checking into the ball game for Charlie Johnson as the Packers go to their 4-down lineman set.
I don't even know why a guy would want to try out for the Cowboys. I'd try to pick another team, and nobody's going to beat this kid out.
Shotgun formation. They need 10 yards. The pass goes out to Gary Allen, and Allen will not have the 1st down. He'll be a couple of yards short. Gary Allen's looked pretty good for the Cowboys tonight, but he comes up a couple of yards short.
Little sideline pattern. Not enough for the 1st down.
Guy Prather with the tackle for the Packers. Another veteran outside linebacker trying to hold down a spot this year. Raphael Septien is in to do the kicking. This will be a 27-yard field goal attempt. Gary Hogaboom does the holding for the Cowboys. And it looks like the Packers will not have the middle blocker as they've had the past couple of years, but almost breaking through is Rich Turner as there's a flag on the play. The kick was good, but there is a flag down. Packers put a pretty good rush up the middle that time.
Wait a minute, I think this is going to be a penalty against Green Bay here. 22 seconds left. They'll take the 1st down.
Ooh, this could hurt.
They'll take the 1st down. They've still got 1 timeout left. Well, they'll have a couple shots to get 6 points now. Offsides against Green Bay. Yeah, those are the kind of mistakes you like to make in the preseason, Joe, that you can iron these kind of mistakes out. Somebody got a little bit anxious there. You always must realize if you're going to get a little cute, you don't get cute 4th and 4, 4th and 3, 4th and 2.
Number 73 on the defense. 1st down.
The Packers could have a pretty good lead in this ball game if it weren't for a couple of plays. The one that J.J. dropped over the middle. Byron Braggs was caught for holding on that play, and now it looks like instead of a field goal, the Cowboys have a good shot at 7 points with 22 seconds left. Ball's resting inside the 5-yard line. And Byron Braggs, who was the starter last year at defensive end, he is in a battle for a job this year with the Green Bay Packers. It's 1st down, but 22 seconds remaining on the clock. Danny White, and he is caught by Cliff Lewis. The 2nd sack of the night for Cliff Lewis.
Boy, Lewis, very quick. Nobody picked him up. On the blitz. Here, let's take a look. Watch Cliff Lewis now, right there, the top of your screen. Nobody picked him up at all. Cliff Lewis on the blitz. He gets Danny White, moves it back to the 11-yard line.
A 12th round draft choice in 1981 out of Southern Mississippi.
They might really make a mistake here. It's under 5 seconds.
Danny White threw the ball away, and I think the clock stops at 1 second, so we will see Septien once again. It was a good test for the Packer defense, Paul, and the Packer defense was able to stop the Cowboys.
It really was. They almost got a little bit lucky then. If White would have taken a little bit more time, the half would have been over, and they would have really made a crucial mistake there. And not coming away with at least 3 points. Now they got to kick the field goal over, so.
2 big plays by Cliff Lewis. If Cliff Lewis can play disciplined football, he'll make this football team. Raphael Septien. This will now be a 29-yard field goal. And the kick by Septien is up, and there are flags down once again. Time has expired in the game, but we'll see who the penalty is against. There may be one more play.
12 men on the field, but the defense scores good.
And that will be the end of the first half. The 29-yard field goal is good as the Packers had 12 men on the field. The Dallas Cowboys lead it here at Texas Stadium at the half, 17-14. We'll be back with more on the Packer Television Network.
It involves a lot of hard work, but you can make it more pleasant with convenience items from True Value hardware stores. Have a tasty midnight snack with the West Bend Buttermatic 2 4-quart corn popper. Enjoy instant hot coffee or soup anytime with this Sunbeam Hot Shot beverage maker. And heat up your favorite foods quickly with the True Value single burner hot plate. Available at participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
Say goodbye to America's favorite can of motor oil. That Quaker State quality America has trusted for over 70 years now comes exclusively in this unique, easy-to-pour plastic bottle, made to cost you nothing extra.
So long, spouts. See you, dirty hands. Goodbye, oily rags.
No more leaky cans.
Get Quaker State's pen-grade protection and no mess, easy to open, pour, and reseal. Today, you need an oil this good in a package this good.
At Mid-States AMPI, we're proud of the people who are our members. Individually, each producer, each Mid-State family still takes the time to do it right. That's why when they wanted to find better markets for their milk and to ensure the highest standards of quality control, they joined together with other AMPI farmers. Mid-States AMPI, working hard to bring the best to America's table.
If you're serious about business, you're already investing a lot of time and money and effort in your career. Now think for a second. Isn't your career, your future, worth 42 cents a day more?
Save $7.50 off the cover price with a subscription to the Wall Street Journal. Order 19 weeks for $39. Phone toll-free 800-453-1900. That's 19 weeks, just $39. And save $7.50. Phone 800-453-1900.
They love him here.
The last scoring drive by the Cowboys, 11 plays, 72 yards, 1 minute and 20 seconds. 29-yard field goal by Septien has the Cowboys leading it at the half, 17-14. What do you think of the back so far, Paul?
Well, I'll tell you, it's a pretty good football game. Actually, Packers came alive in the second quarter. They looked very good offensively. Lynn Dickey really threw the football well, 9 out of 15, 144 yards. But I really guess the story, as far as the Packer fans are concerned, I know everybody's excited. Out of the University of Wisconsin, the rookie quarterback Randy Wright was 4 out of 4 for 34 yards. He took the team in for a touchdown, and he looked absolutely very cool back there. Showed a lot of poise for a young quarterback. And I think the Packers overall, I think Forrest's pretty happy with the outcome. This game really should be tied up. Eddie Garcia got a low snap from center, and it was a tough hold, and he missed almost an automatic extra point. So this game should be 17-17.
But it's 17-14, the Cowboys leading at the half. We're going to take a quick break right now. We're going to send it back to your local stations for the news, and we'll be back for the second half action right after this local news break.
And he started singing the praises of Phil Token Pontiac?
Well, since then, we've sold more Pontiacs in Wisconsin than anyone else in Pontiac history.
And today we're committed more than ever to bring you great Pontiac deals at super low prices.
Lots of things have changed over the years, but our 5-star excellence in service and commitment to low prices never will.
After so many years, we'd hate to disappoint an old friend.
We mean Phil Token.
So, you're considering more life insurance?
Uh-huh. In fact, a Northwestern Mutual agent showed us this industry rating.
You've talked to the Quiet Company.
Mm-hmm. And Northwestern Mutual was rated #1 for low-cost whole life insurance.
Superior performance from Northwestern Mutual Life, the Quiet Company. We're proud to call Milwaukee home and happy to be bringing you the telecast of the 1984 Summer Olympics.
At Nord TV and Video, we're not just a video store, we're a super video store with over 21,000 films in stock. And now you can join our Life Movie Club free, rent movies for as low as $1.99, and rent new release movies for only 1 cent. Plus, get every 4th rental free, as many as 4 movies for 4 days for only 3 cents. No other video store compares.
It's Nord TV and Video Outlet, your super video store.
The graveyard of chainsaws. Some with names you'd recognize, others are unknown. But in this world of broken promises, there is hope. Steel, tough, dependable, built to survive. Steel, you get what you pay for. With chainsaws going under every day, you can save yourself a lot of grief and get a Steel.
Get a great deal on a Steel at Jensen Equipment Company, 831 Phillip Drive in Waukesha. That's Jensen Equipment Company.
And now, Action News Brief.
Good evening, I'm Mike Anderson. Tonight, the FAA continues its investigation into a plane crash in Palmyra. The accident sent pilot Richard Sauter to a hospital along with his 2 passengers. The single-engine Cherokee crashed in a produce farm field shortly after taking off from the Palmyra airport. It's speculated there was either trouble with the plane's engine or it ran out of gas.
Also, the fact that the prop is not bent, it is straight, could indicate that the engine was not functioning as it came down.
Or that it might have run out of gas.
That's possible.
What does the prop mean when it isn't bent? What does that tell you?
It means that it wasn't spinning. It had no power behind it.
Again, pilot Richard Sauter is in critical condition with head injuries. His 2 flying companions, both from Indiana, have broken backs. Federal charges are being filed against 34-year-old Albert Shallock Jr. in connection with a bank robbery yesterday. Shallock is suspected of using a small handgun to rob the Mill Road Continental Bank and Trust. Shallock is in custody at the Waukesha County Jail and could receive a 25-year sentence if convicted. The Daniel Bell family huddled with its attorneys today discussing the city of Milwaukee's settlement offer. Bell was killed by a police officer in 1958. In 1981, a federal court ordered the city to pay the Bells over $1 million. The city reportedly has offered the family an $800,000 settlement. The Bells are not expected to make a decision this weekend, according to the city attorney, who told me today he will likely hear from the family early next week. Democratic Congressman Gerald Kletchka announced his candidacy for re-election today. Kletchka would like a full 2-year term, feeling he's met with success during the 4 months he served since Clem Zablocki's death.
Back in the spring, as you recall, we talked about jobs, we talked about the deficit. Now, through my support, the Congress has passed and the President has signed legislation cutting that deficit by some $63 billion, a small amount, but nevertheless a step in the right direction. As far as jobs go, we just passed legislation last week in Congress to provide more dollars for job training, so we have people qualified for the jobs of the future here.
The 4th Congressional District is largely Democratic, and Kletchka's chances look very good. He'll win again, probably. Tourists are watching their step around Galveston, Texas, as the bulk of oil from a ruptured British tanker washed ashore. Workers are trying to clean up the 55-mile coastal area hit by the peanut butter thick oil. All right, then, very well. Let's turn to meteorologist Robin Marshman. Smiling must mean she's got good weather news for us.
It depends. If you like today, you like the rest of this forecast because nothing will be changing. Large high-pressure system is now stagnant up in the southeast coast. South winds behind this system have brought almost tropical air to our region, and it will be sticking around. Afternoon showers and thunderstorms are possible because this air is very unstable. The forecast then for the rest of tonight, warm and muggy, fog possibly developing, scattered thunderstorms, low 68, southeast winds 5 to 10. For tomorrow, a lot like today, hazy, very warm and humid with scattered showers and thunderstorms, high 87, south winds 5 to 10. And for Monday, sounds familiar, still warm, still humid, more showers, high 88 degrees, and the trend, little change is expected on Tuesday, highs in the 80s, showers and thunderstorms possible, and high humidities. I'm ready for a change just so I can say something different.
All right. We'll get to something different. We'll get to some sports.
Sounds good, and the gold rush continues in the pool. Carl Lewis wins his first gold medal in the 100 meters. We'll have those highlights after the game. Meanwhile, afternoon showers washed out qualifying for the 200-mile IndyCar event at Elkhart Lake tomorrow. Mario Andretti holds the pole position for that one. The Brewers lose again, their 7th game in a row. They
only difference is that today's setback comes on national TV. Brewers get on the board first in the first. Robin Yount with a sacrifice fly deep to right off Tom Seaver. Rick Manning comes in, and that makes it 1-0. Moose Haas had a shutout going into the fifth. In fact, he hadn't lost to the White Sox in 5 years. 2 swings of the bat by Greg Walker ended that streak, his 12th of the year, ties it. And then comes number 13. 1 inning later, the 2-run shot makes it 4-1 Chicago. Haas is gone. The Brewers make it close in the bottom of the 6th. Cecil Cooper with a 2-run single to make it 4-3. But the Sox add 1 more. They go on to win this game 7-3.
Well, that was a little abnormal. I don't know. I've been working on some mechanical things that I had started doing wrong, and luckily today they clicked for me, and I felt good at the plate.
How'd you feel about going against Moose Haas, who had won 7 straight games against you guys?
Well, he's always done a great job against us, and he's a good pitcher, and he makes good pitches. Luckily I got a pitch or 2 to hit and was able to do it.
I did not think that I had great stuff today, and anytime you can win when you don't have good stuff, it's certainly a good win.
And an Olympic update after the game.
Very good, Kevin. Thank you very kindly. You know, for 9 days, they'll be celebrating in the city of Waukesha. Its 150th birthday party began on a soggy note today, but nevertheless, the 4-hour parade marched on. The community was founded in 1834. Its name means fox, and in the past 150 years, its population has grown to, believe it or not, 50,000 people.
It had been known for spring water for years, but now with all this chlorine stuff that they put in it, it isn't the same as it used to be, that's for sure.
Well, I think Waukesha is a large community, but it has the small town atmosphere too.
Okay, there are 8 days left to celebrate that small town feeling. Okay, that's our halftime report for now. Join us at 11 o'clock for a full report on all the news, sports, and weather. See you there.
It's halftime in Irving with the Cowboys leading by a field goal, 17-14. We'll be back for the kickoff of the second half right after this timeout on the Packer Television Network.
Green Bay Packer football is brought to you in part by the Pabst Brewing Company, brewers of Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. For the real taste of beer, Pabst is the place. Toyota, the reliable and inexpensive Tercel 3-door SR5, now at your local Toyota dealer. Quaker State. Today, you need a motor oil this good. Your neighborhood True Value hardware stores. And by Seal Tight, the beautiful insulating third window.
Look what's in for fall. The new Sears catalog.
Look what's in.
Yes, this is Sears catalog with new fashions. Oversized coats in pure wool, luscious silks, and cool leathers.
Look what's in.
Behind Cheryl's pretty smile, you'll find names America loves. Kenmore, Die Hard, Craftsman.
Great. And by looking in Sears catalog before I shop, I save a lot of time.
Use it to compare prices, too. Look for the special pages of favorite items at no lower price this season.
Look what's in.
And how about this for a bonus? Our new 32-page Get Fit section. Shape up with some of the best names in the business. Get your copy at the nearest Sears store or save a trip and call toll-free. For only $4 plus tax, Sears will rush you a copy of the catalog plus a $4 merchandise certificate, good on any Sears purchase of $20 or more. It's almost like getting the catalog free.
There's more going on in your life at Sears.
Compare Toyota for quality, value, and price. This Toyota Camry costs less than Honda Accord, $600 less than Datsun Stanza, with more room than either of them. Toyota Corolla, redesigned for '84 with a choice of front or rear-wheel drive. Not Chevy Cavalier, not Dodge Omni, not Plymouth Horizon, not Ford Escort. Compare quality, value, and price. It's Toyota, not the other guys.
Ever since they were introduced, light beers have lived in the shadow of their big brothers. Nothing more than pale imitations of the beers they were named after. Not so with Jacob Best Premium Light. It's not little brother or son of anything. It's brewed to be a light beer from the start. Brewed with choice Cascade hops to create beyond the shadow of a doubt the best light beer you've ever tasted. That's why light beer drinkers who know better know best.
The Cowboys lead it 17-14 at the half, and Paul, we're going to be seeing a little bit more of the second and third stringers for the Packers and the Cowboys in the second half.
Well, of course, you know, over the years, we can remember back not too long ago, we played 6 preseason games, 5 preseason games. Of course, the regular season is only 12 games. Now, with the elongated season, of course, they cut the preseason short. So it's only 4 weeks of action for all these coaches to take a look at the players. The Packers dressed what they dressed tonight, Joe? They dressed 79 football players, and you take a look at Dallas. Dallas dressed 102 football players. So they've got to take a look at some of these athletes to get a good key on them. They know about 80% of who they're going to keep. Both these teams do. They know, for instance, Lofton and Jefferson are going to be your starting wide receivers. Kaufman's going to be the tight end, and stuff like that. But they want to get a look at some of these young players, and what better spot to do it than the preseason. That's what it's all about.
And I'm happy to say that those 102 Cowboys, you have memorized every one of those numbers,
Absolutely.
Paul.
I
been
stayed
really
up
impressed.
all night down here last night in Dallas doing that, Joe.
I thought you were doing that. First half stats are out. The Packers had 14 first downs compared to the Cowboys 13. In total yards, Packers 228 to the Cowboys 193. So the Packers actually moved the ball more efficiently than the Cowboys did. Packers had 174 yards passing, the Cowboys 137, 54 yards rushing for the Packers, 56 for the Cowboys. Third down efficiency, a big stat for the Packers, 6 out of 8 in third down efficiency, the Cowboys 3 out of 7.
That last 2-minute drive, I thought Dallas looked quite well for this early in the season. They moved the football all the way down with the last 2 minutes of the ball game and put at least 3 points on the board, and I'm sure Landry's pretty happy with that. Now the Packers get the football back, start of the third quarter.
Wendell Gladham, another ex-Badger, doing the kicking chores here in the second half for the Cowboys from Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. And he kicks it back. Harlan Huckleby will take it 2 yards deep in the end zone. And Huckleby moves it to the outside with some running room. Out past the 20-yard line before he's taken down by Steve Diassi, a rookie linebacker. Now, Randy Wright will be the quarterback once again for the Packers, and it looks like Randy will work with the #1 offensive unit. Last time Randy was in the game, he worked with, it looked like the #1 receivers with the #2 line, but this is the entire #1 offense for the Packers, and it also looks like the Cowboys have their entire #1 defense.
Jesse Clark's the fullback, and he looked good in the first half, Joe, with Eddie Lee Ivory.
Clark in the first half, 29 yards on 5 carries, and there's a flag. A little mix-up on the play, and that'll happen in the preseason. It'll happen with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, he looked real good in the first half, and he comes in, he fumbles the snap from center.
Playing a rookie quarterback, I guess a lot of teams like to sit on a quarterback, but Don Shula and Dan Marino kind of blew that philosophy away last year.
Marino had an excellent first year. And I tell you, I watched a young kid come out of the University of Miami, laid out a year, Jim Kelly down at Houston. I watched 3 or 4 of his football games. I don't think I've ever seen a rookie come out of college throw the football as well as that kid can throw it. He is a good one.
First and 15. The pitch back goes to Eddie Lee Ivory, and Ivory will not pick up any yards. He was stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Good pursuit that time. Look at big number 72. That's Ed Too Tall Jones.
Eugene Lockhart also in on the tackle. He's the rookie who the Cowboys are very high on.
First play of the first half, Eddie Lee gets it. He gets it right back. Pitch out of the eye. He's going around the right side. Doesn't get any blocking at all. Ed Too Tall Jones there initially on the stop.
Second down, 14 yards to go for Randy Wright and the Green Bay Packers, and Ed Too Tall Jones is across the line of scrimmage. The flag goes up and the ball goes to Ivory, who picks up a couple of yards. Jesse Clark, rather, with the reception, or with the carry. John Dutton was the man who moved for the Cowboys.
They may have got that 5 yards back. It's staggered cadence that the Packer quarterbacks use have caused Dallas to go off sides now tonight at least 3 times.
Larry McCarron, the offensive tackle and team lead, or offensive center, I should say, and captain, team leader for the Packers as the captain. How can I call Larry McCarron a tackle? The Rock, Larry McCarron, out of the University of Illinois. And a great one he is. 2 years in a row he's played in the Pro Bowl. He probably should have played there the past 5 or 6 years. Second down, 9 yards to go. And Randy Wright will put it up. Good protection, looking for Paul Kaufman, and he has Kaufman over the middle. Kaufman now inside Dallas territory. That time Wright, instead of throwing the ball with a lot of zip on it, just put a nice arch and laid it right into Kaufman's arms.
Right on to Kaufman, and Kaufman was extended there, and he really got popped. Kaufman, as you see, is holding his left hand. Let's take another look at it. Watch the poise. This young quarterback hand stands right in that pocket, puts it up over the linebackers in between the safety man, and Kaufman makes a nice catch under heavy traffic, Joe. Picked up 26 yards right at midfield.
Of course, there's a chance the Packers may re-sign Gary Lewis, who played with the Chicago Blitz of the USFL. I'll ask you about Gary in a minute. You had a chance to see him play a couple of times during the season.
He didn't play too much when I saw him.
He had an injury. Reverse. James Lofton with some running room. Randy Wright out blocking ahead. Lofton with a first down.
Picked up 12, reverse. I tell you, both of these receivers will keep you honest, Lofton and Jefferson. You're going to see one of these, at least 1 or 2 of these a game, and it's so good. It really helps that running back there, Ivory. If he can have a good year, and with this cutback kind of a play with Lofton or Jefferson, it really gives that sweep, a little pitch to the deep man in the eye. It gives him an extra added little camouflage with that too, because they've always got to respect that reverse with those 2 wide receivers in Green Bay.
The ball now on the 38-yard line, and Randy Wright has the Packers moving once again. Wright out to James Lofton, and Lofton has another first down.
I'll tell you one thing, this kid doesn't look like a rookie. He looks like he's well at home back there in that QB slot. Lofton square out, picked up 12. The Packers are moving. Very good offensive move here by the Packers. And Randy Wright, again, here's a little square out pattern to Lofton.
I'm surprised that Randy Wright lasted until the 6th round. He was the most valuable player in the blue-gray game. Of course, that's a showcase of college football talent. Did such a fine job for Dave McClain and the Badgers. The pitch out to Eddie Lee Ivory. He's got some room. He makes it around the corner inside the 20-yard line for Eddie Lee.
Eddie Lee got a little running room for the first time this year around the left side. He got inside the 20, picked up 8.
Michael Downs in on the tackle for the Cowboys. Take another look at it. Eddie Lee just hit the corner.
There's a little pitch out to the left side. Eddie Lee got the good speed. Right here, he gets caught from the inside safety. Picked up 8. Second about 3.
Randy Wright now 6 out of 6 for 71 yards. Second down for the Packers just inside the 20-yard line. There's Ivory on a cutback, and Ivory inside the 15-yard line to pick up a 5.
That's encouraging to see right there. Last 2 runs by Eddie Lee Ivory. They're really going to help that young man's confidence. Got the looks a little that old savvy back, Joe, is running with a little harder each time, as you notice.
He's getting that confidence back. And the thing that's interesting, I noticed a lot of Packer veterans are really supporting Eddie Lee in his comeback this year. He came out and he asked the fans forgiveness, and if the fans can forgive him, I'm sure that will ease his mind and help him in his comeback. First down, 10 yards to go for the Green Bay Packers. Eddie Lee Ivory and Jesse Clark in the backfield. Clark trying to find some running room. This time he's going nowhere.
Not too much blocking off the right side that time for Clark. Nowhere to go. A lot of white jerseys over there. Walter, number 59, one of the linebackers.
Cowboys starting to get a look at some of their second-string players. The ball now resting on the 14-yard line. Second down, 10 yards to go. Mike Mead now in the backfield as the Packers are shuffling their fullbacks, bringing in plays.
He's changing the play right here.
Audible at the line. Seems to be some confusion. The blitz was on, and that was a good play by Randy Wright. He knew something was up, and he threw it away.
Well, he changed the play at the line of scrimmage, and I think the play he changed it to, I don't know if the outside men picked it up, but it was a quicker pattern than that. Lofton was like on a square in, and then he stopped, turned, and was going to move to the outside, but it just didn't get there in time. There you see Lofton. Ball was thrown to the outside. Lofton was cutting to the inside, trying to stop and go back to the outside, but not quick enough.
A big test now for Randy Wright. Michael Downs in on the defense in the last play. Single back offense as the Packers now have 3 receivers: Lofton, Jefferson, and Epps. JJ in motion, and they may have taken too much time.
Yep.
It really has to be a thrill for Randy Wright to be out on this field. Born and raised in Austin, Texas, used to come to Texas Stadium here to watch the Cowboys play. His idol was a guy who wore number 12 here,
who incidentally put on a halftime show here, throwing the football into some hoops, reliving the Hail Mary pass to Drew Pearson. He's also retired, and they got a standing ovation, of course, to this throng here at Texas Stadium. We'll see a replay of that later, hopefully. Stallback to Drew Pearson. One of the great combinations of all time.
Boy, they were great ones. It's a draw play inside to Eddie Lee Ivory, but Ed Too Tall Jones sniffed that one out. And Eddie Garcia will come in and attempt the field goal, a chance to tie the ball game.
Little quick trap, hoping to catch him napping a little up front, break that first wave and maybe get in the secondary and go all the way on a little play like that, but Dallas was ready for it, so Eddie Garcia should tie this one up.
They'll put the ball down at about the 22-yard line, make it a 32-yard field goal attempt for Eddie Garcia. Eddie's father was in the motel today and talking to Eddie, seeing his son. Eddie puts it up, and this time Eddie nails it, and we have a tied game. Eddie Garcia missed his first field goal attempt. He hits the 32-yarder, and we're tied at 17 with 9:54 remaining in the third quarter.
When you invest in a home, do you expect it to wear out in 10 to 15 years? Then why settle for anything less than a permanent roof? Vandy High Raleigh lightweight concrete roof tile withstands tropic summers and frigid winters. It's termite-proof, rot-proof, non-combustible, and surprisingly affordable. It comes complete with a non-prorated 50-year warranty. Whether it's commercial or residential, when you build or re-roof, put your last roof on first. Contact Vandy High Raleigh Manufacturing in Little Chute, Wisconsin for the nearest representative in your area.
Race after race, lap after lap. Bobby Allison's car kept on running to the National Stock Car Championship and a record for laps completed. He used the same Quaker State motor oil you can buy right off the shelf, refined from 100% Pennsylvania-grade crude.
I don't know if I'd have finished 98% of the laps without Quaker State's 100% Penn-grade protection.
Quaker State, now in easy-to-pour plastic bottles. Today you need an oil this good.
We talked about the Hail Mary pass. Paul, here's what they did at halftime.
Absolutely. That's Drew Pearson going down the right sidelines, and he had all these people up in there. And Roger Staubach, he's out of the picture back to your right about midfield, reenacting the little Hail Mary pass, and Pearson catching it at the 2-yard line. Now watch, Pearson, of course, was a quarterback in high school, and he's got the pretty good arm. He heaves it about 40 rows up into the stands.
Guy looks in such great shape. It's a shame to see him out of a uniform this year. Eddie Garcia will kick off. Mike Tolliver and Kirk Phillips are deep, and Garcia is booming the football on these kickoffs. A good 5 yards deep, and the Cowboys have only returned 1 kick on Eddie Garcia tonight.
Oh, and I tell you, that's so valuable. I'll reiterate that again. You got a kickoff man who can put it down there deep in the end zone and just nullify your kickoff return. That's a good plus.
Gary Hogeboom now in at quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. The Packers' last scoring drive, 9 plays, 61 yards, 5 minutes and 6 seconds, the 32-yard field goal by Eddie Garcia. The handoff to Tony Dorsett. And Dorsett picks up 3 or 4 before he's shoved out of bounds. Looks like the Packers have their #1 defensive unit in. Boyd, Jones, and Brown across the front. Anderson, Scott, Cumbie, Douglas, the linebackers. Lee and Estes Hood on the corner. Mark Murphy at strong safety, and Tom Flynn, the rookie, at free safety. I'll pick up a 4 yards by Tony Dorsett. Dorsett and Ron Springs in the backfield. It'll go to TD once again with some running room as he breaks it up to the outside. Tony Dorsett has the first down. He was driven out of bounds by Estes Hood with some help from Tom Flynn.
Got that quickness to get to the outside. He's also got that great running ability, that cutback sense. But he just took it to the outside that time and got the first down.
Remember that 99-yard run by Tony Dorsett?
Caught a little quick trap there. When he got that 99-yard run, he broke that first wave. The safety man fell asleep, and boom, he was gone.
Did you ever have a 99-yard run?
And about 10 years total, I had about 99-yard run.
First down, 10 yards to go. The first pass by Gary Hogeboom, and it's out to Tony Hill for a first down.
Pretty good gun that time. You're right, Joe. He's got the good, strong arm. Tony Hill's been kind of quiet tonight, hasn't he?
We haven't heard much from number 80, and he's a good one.
Thrill Hill, they call him. Look at this arm. That's quick. Good arm by Gary Hogeboom. He's got the little square out pattern. Both these teams thrown the football well, and of course that's the mark of the 80s, Joe, the ability of all the teams to move the football through the air, and the rules changed and really helped.
Of course, the Cowboys scored the second most points in the NFL last year. Hogeboom passes once again. He has his man at Springs for a couple of yards. The Cowboys averaged 29.9 points a game last year. That was second best in the NFL. The Packers were 5th best with 27 yards. Mike Douglas in on the play for the Packers.
27 points.
27 points a game, the Packers, and they ended out 8-8.
Yep. That only means one thing. And you look at the defense, Packers only had 19 interceptions all year long in 16 games, and that's not a lot.
You've got to force some turnovers. Second down, 6 yards to go. Tony Dorsett. Greg Boyd is all over him with some help from the outside linebacker, John Anderson.
A lot of help.
Packers have so much strength at that outside linebacker position with Mike Douglas and John Anderson.
Hogeboom's got to go upstairs now. 3rd and long.
We see Gary Hayes, number 27, come into the ball game for the Packers. Randy Scott goes out in the nickel back situation. Hayes.
They call us 4-2-5. 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and 5 nickel backs, 5 defensive backs. With the 4-man rush.
3rd down, 9 yards to go for Gary Hogeboom. Tony Dorsett has 44 yards on 12 carries so far in this game. Hogeboom has plenty of time, and he's looking long. Incomplete off the hands of Fred Cornwell, a tight end. And the Packers covered Cornwell. Mark Lee in on the play for the Packers.
Well, Hogeboom displays the good, strong arm out of the shotgun. Well, he puts this right on the line, doesn't he? It would have been a sensational catch, but he's covered back there. And anytime you got that zone defense down there, it's overthrown. It's an interception pass, and Johnny Gregg back there in on that nickel defense might have had a shot at that if it hadn't been deflected.
John Warren in to punt in the second half for the Cowboys. Phil Epps is back once again, and Warren hangs a high spiral. Epps lets it fall inside the 20, and that may have hit a Packer before the Cowboys recover.
You got to be heads up on those punts, and a lot of times it's the fault of the return man. You should alert those up men on their punt team to watch it as a short punt. It may have hit, you're absolutely right, it may have hit one of the Packers, and if it did, it's Dallas's ball, but it's ruled Green Bay football.
We're tied at 17 with 7:09 remaining in the third quarter. We're back with more after this timeout.
Like a lot of drivers out there, he doesn't have enough insurance coverage. His insurance won't cover it all, so he'll have to pay the rest. After you've had an accident isn't the time to find out your coverage falls short. Talk to an American Family agent tomorrow about the Gold Star Auto Plan. It could be a financial lifesaver.
American Family Insurance.
Look in the white or yellow pages for the American Family agent nearest you.
Enjoy Afrofest, a celebration of black culture featuring ethnic food, music, and dance. August 10th, 11th, and 12th on the Summerfest grounds.
Enjoy music, food, and fun at Waukesha's 150th birthday celebration, August 4th through 12th. Call the Sesquicentennial office, 548-4150 for schedules and information.
Hi, I'm Charlie Moore, inviting you to join in the Arthritis 1-7 hike bike on Saturday, August 25th to register. Call the Arthritis Foundation.
It's a good second half start for the Packer defense as they stop Gary Hogeboom and the Cowboy offense. Now we'll take a look at the Packer offense under Randy Wright. They'll take over on the 22-yard line. Jesse Clark and Harlan Huckleby are in the backfield. Lofton and Jefferson are still in at receivers. Harlan Huckleby with the ball, and Huckleby is caught from behind. Tackled that time by Michael Downs, the safety coming up for support.
Huckleby takes a quick pitch here. He almost gets loose. Clark out in front with the pretty good block on the inside. He seals the inside. Michael Downs just kind of collars him and slows him up enough. He picked up maybe one or two.
Ron Hallstrom, number 65, is in on tackle. Is in that tackle now for the Packers. First round draft choice a couple of years ago. Randy Wright back to pass, and Randy Wright can scramble with the football, and he's up almost to the 30-yard line before he takes a slide. And we got a little action going on. Ron Sams is mixing it up with one of the defensive linemen for the Cowboys.
It's Ed Too Tall Jones. He's had a lot of experience back there fighting. He's a better fighter with that uniform on, I think he is, than with it off.
They don't let you wear helmets in boxing, do they? Henry Childs, number 81, in at tight end now for the Packers.
Did the backstroke pretty good in the ring, I heard.
Rope-a-dope. All 15 rounds. Randy Wright almost picked off. He tried to get it out to Ron Cassidy, and we're going to have interference.
Coming over the shoulder.
That was Fred Nichols, the defensive back.
From our vantage point, it's very hard to see the contact. Completely on the other side of the field, so
number 19 of the defense, first down.
Automatic first down.
Nichols, a rookie out of SMU, trying to make this team. He hit Ron Cassidy. Tell you what, Ron Cassidy has looked very good during the preseason scrimmages and drills. He has great hands. Cassidy and Epps are now the wide receivers. They're both flanked on the long side of the field, and now Epps goes in motion. Randy Wright swings it out to Harlan Huckleby, and Huckleby is taken out of bounds. In on the tackle for the Cowboys, Michael Downs. Packers will pick up 3 on the play, second down 7.
Lofton, 5 catches tonight, 50 yards.
We talked about the number of players in both camps. What do you think about that? 102 players in Cowboy camp and 77 in the Packers camp. Obviously, 2 philosophies.
Well, Dallas has always liked to look at a lot of people. They got 5 kickers in camp, and I'll guarantee you not one of them going to beat out Septien for him.
Randy Wright under pressure, trying to get it out to Henry Childs. And Childs seemed to stop on the pattern.
I tell you, Childs had some great years with the New Orleans Saints. He had the ability to go deep. There he is, running back to the Hall of number 81, Henry Childs from Kansas State. And if you remember, fans, this kid could really catch a football. He was a Pro Bowl performer a couple of years. He's laid out a football for a couple of years, and he looks like he can still run. He looked real good on that maneuver going deep.
Packers now have 3 wide receivers in the game. 12th round draft choice Lenny Taylor from Tennessee comes in the game. 3rd down, 8 yards to go. Randy Wright with plenty of time, and he'll tuck it up and get the first down. There's a flag on the play. Wright can run the football.
Imagine, picked up 21 yards. Flag down at midfield, though. Going to bring it back? I don't think so.
I think it's going to be against the Cowboys.
It's against the Cowboys. They're going to take it. That ball's inside the 40 on a 21-yard scramble by Randy Wright. He looked like he was pretty quick that time. He looked a lot better running the football that time on the scramble than the last one.
Well, Badger fans will remember Randy Wright running the option quite a few times, and he definitely does have the ability to run the football. He's not that big, but he's not afraid to take on a linebacker.
Well, he's not real small either. 6'2", 195 pounds is not what I call small.
Look at Hallstrom. He's doing a pretty good job on Ed Too Tall Jones. That's good to see.
There he takes it off. 21 yards and a good pickup, and he knew he needed 8 yards. Pick up the
We have
ball.
offsetting fouls, holding by the defense, illegal use of the hands by the offense, penalties offset, the down will be replayed.
You hear that? Offsetting penalties, they bring it back. Now, this year, there's a new rule for the offensive lineman. You can, on run blocking, you can push. Many people said they just made it legal. They've been doing it for years. 2 yards, 3 yards aside of the line of scrimmage, you can use your hands when you're blocking. You can shove a guy. And they say that's going to cause a lot of teams to go back to starting to run the football a lot more, but we really haven't seen too much evidence of it tonight, have you? Haven't seen too much different theory in offense so far tonight. Both teams are throwing the football. The Packers are an offensive-minded football team, and upstairs, number 1, Dallas the same way without Dorset in there. So I don't think it's changed any theory what I can see so far.
Randy Wright loses the football on 3rd and 8. He lost it on the snap, and the Cowboys have recovered on the 31-yard line. That is the second time they had problems with the exchange.
The first play of the second half, Wright had trouble getting it from McCarron, and he fumbles it up here, and again, Dallas gets the football.
Number 71, Mark Tuine with the fumble recovery for the Cowboys.
So this puts a little damper on an otherwise brilliant performance by Randy Wright so far.
The only mistakes he's really made are trying to get the ball from the center. The ball's on the 31-yard line, and Gary Hogeboom will go back to pass. Hogeboom hits Hill. Hill will have a first down, covered there by Estes Hood. Tom Flynn supporting.
Boy, he's got the good strong arm.
Oh, he zips it, doesn't he? Receivers will have to go back and cool their hands off.
It's a little hook pattern over here on the left side. Little play action. Good pass protection for Hogeboom, and he just zips it in there at the 17-yard line.
First down, 10 yards to go from that 17-yard line. Ron Springs, a single back in the offense, and the Cowboys have trouble with the exchange, but there's a flag on the play. I think we're going to have a procedure call.
Tight end offsides, 86. It was Fred Cornwell, rookie from Southern California, offsides. 80 degrees tonight, and folks, that's kind of cool. It's also a very humid night, as we said. It rained.
Number 86 of the offense, encroachment, still first down.
This is the 25th year that they've had what they call down here in Dallas the salesmanship game, and I can remember playing in various games. We used to play in the salesmanship game every year, the Packers, and I can remember many times going to the stadium and look up and say 5:45, and it would be 104. And it was 81 degrees tonight at kickoff time, so they got a break with the weather.
The rain really helped matters out. Springs with the ball. trying to break through. Charlie Johnson in on the tackle for the Packers. The nose tackle the Packers re-signed late last year. Came into camp in great shape and is pushing for a job. 4:20 remaining now in the third quarter. We're still tied at 17. The Dallas Cowboys, an NFL record 18 consecutive winning seasons. Last year they were 12-2 and they lost their last 3 games. They went 12-4 and lost their playoff game. Bad finish to a great start. Gary Hogeboom with some pressure dumps it off to Springs, and Springs has stopped. A great defensive play by Mike Douglas. So it looks like Dick Moszalewski, the Packers defensive coordinator, is shuffling in quite a few players, but he is sticking with a lot of the main characters in that defensive lineup.
And he throws the blitz here at Hogeboom, forces him out of the pocket to the left to go to his release valve out there. That's Ron Springs. Gets it out to him. He picked up only a yard. So good defense by the Packers.
3rd and 9. 3:51 remaining in the third quarter. Hogeboom from the shotgun. Wide open was Tolliver, and he dropped it. He would have had a first down and would have had a shot to get in the end zone.
And hold on, tried to run before he caught the football, and that'll bring in Mr. Automatic. We get a shot at Landry on the sidelines. Good pass protection again for Hogeboom. Out of the shotgun, Joe, and he puts it right on the money here. It should have been caught.
Forrest Gregg doesn't use the shotgun, or does he? He did a little bit at Cincinnati.
He will before the year's over with. You'll see.
Rafael Septien in trying to break the tie. It'll be a 33-yard field goal attempt, almost straight on. Septien, one of the best. 11 men on the line for the Packers. They drop back 3. And he missed it.
Very unusual. Flag down, though. Let's hold on. Oh, if they get another shot here, what a break that would be. Nope, it's against Dallas, so the miss will stand. So it's a
illegal formation.
Still a timeout.
17-17, 3:43 remaining in the third quarter. We're back after this timeout.
Compare Toyota trucks with any small truck. Nobody else has 2-wheel drive sport trucks with electronic fuel injection. Not Chevy S10, not Ford Ranger, not Datsun. Toyota's 4x4s have more running ground clearance than S10, Ranger, and Datsun. And this Toyota 4x4 costs almost $600 less than Datsun's. Get more truck for your buck. See your Toyota dealer now. Compare quality, value, and price. It's Toyota, not the other guys.
Stay warmer in winter, cooler in summer with custom-built, affordable seal-tight windows. Seal-tight windows absolutely stop window drafts and energy loss. Seal-Tight's unique ball-joint fastener seals in airtight comfort, yet allows easy removal for cleaning and storage. Your existing windows become more airtight than replacement windows at about 10% of the cost. Seal-Tight add-on windows, comfort and savings in a snap. For your authorized dealer, call 1-800-242-2995.
We are tied at 17. The Green Bay Packers with the ball on the 20-yard line after the missed field goal as Forrest Gregg looks on at his rookie quarterback, Randy Wright. And Wright, under some pressure, dumps it off to Jesse Clark. Tim Huffman in front. Huffman with a nice block. Frees up Jesse Clark for a gain of 8 yards.
Get him, Cowboys! Get him!
Henry Childs in the game for the Packers. Ed West, a tight end, has seen some action also. A pickup of 9 yards on the play. 2nd down, 1 yard to go. Phil Epps and Ron Cassidy are the receivers.
Right now, 8 out of 10 for 82 yards.
Jesse Clark with Huffman in front, and Jesse Clark breaks some tackles. He's down almost to the midfield stripe.
Giving 19 yards. Tremendous leg drive of Jesse Clark, and I tell you, breaking tackles down the left side. Jesse Clark, 48 yards rushing now.
This is one area the Packers feel they have to improve on this year, the running game. And with Jesse Clark, Eddie Lee Ivory, and of course Gary Ellis hasn't seen any action tonight, they could have a pretty good running attack to balance that passing attack.
Well, you've got to have a better blocking to really have a better running attack. You're going to get guys who make pretty good runs every once in a while and break some tackles. But more consistently, you'd rather have good blocking than maybe a back breaking a tackle or two, because he's not going to do it as consistent as you could hope to get good blocking.
Mike Mead, the ball carrier, as they try basically the same play. It's a pickup of 5 yards. Randy Wright has the team moving once again, this time on the ground. The Cowboys celebrating their silver season, 25 years in the NFL.
Doug Donnelly will not see any more action tonight. He's got a bruised shoulder.
Harlan Huckleby. And Huckleby cuts it up behind his blocking for a pickup of maybe 4. Mike Mead and Jesse Clark mixing up the plays. Ron Sams, number 70, in at offensive guard for the Packers, seeing his first action. He was a rookie out of Pittsburgh last year, spent most of the season on the injured list, hamstring pull. He's back this year. He's got a little problem with his neck, but the Packers are very high on Sams. They feel he can challenge for a starting position. 3rd down. 3 yards to go for Wright. And Wright has Cassidy over the middle, and Ron Cassidy has the first down to the Dallas 35-yard line.
I tell you, he continues to impress. He's got a good sense of the passing game. He's got a good release. He's got good poise, and he has really been impressive tonight. Randy Wright look over the field too. He doesn't just pick out one receiver and keep his eye on him. He was looking to the left end. He came back and he found the open man, Ron Cassidy.
You would think this guy would be a 3-4 year veteran the way he's playing.
Yeah, he does look good tonight. Whitehurst and Campbell are kind of shaking on the sidelines too, if I were them.
David Whitehurst is expected to see some action tonight as Wright is looking for Phil Epps. And Epps cut inside, Wright threw the ball outside.
Yeah, that's just a little familiarity with the receivers then. It didn't look like you knew where the pattern was going or the receiver was running in the wrong spot. And threw that a little bit too quick.
16 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Packers are driving, 2nd down, 10 yards to go. And this is a formation we haven't seen. Henry Childs, the tight end, is flanked to the outside as he comes in motion. Randy Wright looks over the middle and has his man. That is Henry Childs for the first down.
I want to tell you that Randy Wright was popped right away. There was a flag down. They may bring it back holding. Eugene Lockhart, a linebacker, 4-year pro out of South Carolina State, really put a hit on Randy Wright just as he was delivering the ball. He still got it there right on target. And it was very close to the first down. It's going to bring up 3rd and short.
By number 70 of the offense, still 2nd down.
That's Ron Sams with the face mask penalty as they bring it back. Instead of a first down, it'll be 2nd and 15. The Cowboys scored 2 touchdowns in the first period. Tony Dorsett on a 5-yard run. Danny White hit Ron Springs. The Packers came back in the 2nd quarter. Dickey to J.J. for 12 yards. Jesse Clark an 11-yard run. Cowboys and Packers then exchanged field goals, and we're tied at 17 as Randy Wright throws it away. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 15 situation. Scott Shalane and Lenny Taylor come in as wide receivers for the Packers. Shalane, a free agent. Taylor drafted in the 12th round. Ron Cassidy, the veteran, the other receiver, as the Packers go to a 3 wideout system. Del Rogers now in the ball game for the Packers, number 35, seeing his first action as the Packers call a timeout. Randy Wright wants to talk things over.
Well, he had to take a timeout. He knew he couldn't get the play off.
The timeout was on Green Bay.
30-second clock's already down to 15, so they didn't have enough time.
And we'll take a timeout with the score tied at 17.
We're seeing more transmissions these days. People are keeping their cars longer and taking better care of them. Accurate Transmission Service can help keep your transmission in top working order by offering you a special preventative maintenance package. At Accurate Transmission, we'll check your transmission, change the fluid, clean the screen, adjust the bands and linkage, replace the pan gasket, and road test your car.
Get a $9.95 transmission tune-up at any one of the 5 Accurate Transmission locations, including Highway 100 and Cleveland.
Whoa, Lee, the water's hard again. Put some salt in the softener. Hurry up! I said the water's hard.
There's really no need for a bumped head. Not even a bad back. With your Culligan man delivering softening salt for your water conditioner, you'll have regular deliveries and the precise amount. Let your Culligan man put salt in its place. And the best part is the price.
A big third down situation for the Green Bay Packers. Third down, 15 yards to go. The ball on the Dallas 39-yard line. 3 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Randy Wright under heavy pressure dumps the screen out to Jesse Clark. Nobody's ahead of him. Blocking. Huffman with a block. Clark cuts it inside down to the 12-yard line. A perfectly executed screen.
About 27 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 15. A beautiful screen to the right side. The quarter's over.
And it's 17-17. The Packers are driving. We're back with more on the Packer Television Network after this.
The graveyard of chainsaws. Some with names you'd recognize. Others are unknown. But in this world of broken promises, there is hope. Steel, tough, dependable, built to survive. Steel, you get what you pay for. With chainsaws going under every day, you can save yourself a lot of grief and get a Steel.
Get a great deal on a Steel at Eater, the Garden of Eater, 5300 Highway K in Franksville. That's Eater, the Garden of Eater.
So, you're considering more life insurance?
Uh-huh. In fact, the Northwestern Mutual agent showed us this industry rating. You've talked to the Quiet Company.
Mm-hmm. And Northwestern Mutual was rated #1 for low-cost whole life insurance.
Superior performance from Northwestern Mutual Life, the Quiet Company. We're proud to call Milwaukee home and happy to be bringing you the telecast of the 1984 Summer Olympics.
Hi, folks. I'm Phil Tolkien. Remember when Pontiac started singing the praises of Phil Tolkien Pontiac?
Well, since then, we've sold more Pontiacs in Wisconsin than anyone else in Pontiac history.
And today we're committed more than ever to bring you great Pontiac deals at super low prices.
Lots of things have changed over the years, but our 5-star excellence in service and commitment to low prices never will.
After so many years, we'd hate to disappoint an old friend.
Our magazine, weekdays at 9 through August 10th.
The ball is on the Dallas 11-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. David Whitehurst is warming up on the sidelines. We expect to see David sometime during the fourth quarter. Randy Wright with a handoff to Jesse Clark, trying to break it to the outside. Jesse picks up a couple of yards before he's taken down by Eugene Lockhart and Mike Walter.
Now we start off the fourth quarter. Jesse Clark already over 100 yards in offense tonight. Got 48 yards rushing and over 58 yards receiving.
I think the Packer coaching staff is watering at the mouth with the idea of a Jesse Clark, Gary Ellis backfield with Eddie Lee Ivory and Mike Meade spelling the two starters. Randy Wright hands off to Del Rogers. And Rogers' first ball carry.
Got inside the 5 for his pop. Good looking sweep to the left side, Joe. They had the people out in front. Good blocking. Guards out in front.
That was the first time Del Rogers carried a ball in a game since the last time the Packers were in the playoffs when they played the Cowboys right down here in Texas Stadium, and we have a flag on the play holding against the Packers. Del Rogers really quite a comeback story. He had a broken neck coming back from a very serious injury, sat out all of last season after having a fine rookie season.
The offense was holding during the run, still second down.
They caught Henry Childs holding on that play, so it will be second down. The ball moves all the way out to the 18-yard line. But number 35, Del Popcorn Rogers, has looked very good in camp so far, and he is challenging for a job on this team. Single back offense for the Packers now with Mike Mead in the backfield, 3 wide receivers in the game. Phillips in motion. Randy Wright under pressure, trying to escape. He does not escape. Don Smurrick in on the tackle as the Cowboys remain with their #1 defensive unit in the game. Looks like the Cowboys want to win this thing.
Flag down again. Don Smurrick on the sack. Here comes Philip Epps in motion. Randy Wright didn't have any trouble here. I mean, any hope of getting out of here. Smurrick with that big right arm. He grabs a hold of the jersey and pulls him down.
It's going to be 3rd and a mile. The Packers have to get all the way down inside the 2-yard line for a first down. The ball is now on the 27-yard line.
They had the football at the 12.
Illegal
inside
shift
the 12.
by the offense. Penalty is declined. It's 3rd down.
Better watch out. They'll be out of field goal territory if they keep this up. 14-12 remaining in the game. 3rd down, make it 26 yards to go. 3 wide receivers in the game for the Packers. Wright has time, and he overthrows Lenny Moore. It is intercepted, and a flag is down. Dennis Thurman, the safety, with the interception, but a flag is down.
Dennis Thurman got the interception for Dallas. It was holding against. Finally, the Packers get a break. Holding against Dallas. It'll be an automatic first down. And Dennis Thurman, a little disappointed, of course. His interception is going to be nullified. See if we can pick it up here. This ball looked like it was
holding
thrown
before
to no
the pass
one.
was thrown by the defense. First down.
Holding before the pass was thrown. There wasn't even a receiver close to that football that time, so that was really the first errant throw we've seen by Randy Wright all day long. As we get a look at Landry over on the sidelines, not too happy. So a big break for Green Bay, and they got it first down at the 22.
Packers have looked pretty good tonight, playing against a team that's been in the playoffs 17 out of the last 18 years. The pass intended for Ron Cassidy, overthrown. Ron Fellows covering. Really a good night for football. I think that rain cooled things down here in Texas. It was 98 degrees when I came in yesterday.
Thought we were supposed to see Whitehurst in the 4th quarter here, right?
I think
that
we'll
was the game plan, but
that might be the next series. Rich Campbell, we won't see him until next week against the Bears. We'll come to you from Milwaukee County Stadium. Another fumble on the snap, and Wright has troubles recovering it.
He doesn't have it either.
I think the Cowboys got it. You bet they do.
56.
Eugene Lockhart.
Lockhart's got it back. And the 3rd fumble of a snap from center for the rookie quarterback out of the University of Wisconsin. He's looked dynamite outside of some of these fumbled snaps from center. So Dallas has it.
So the Cowboys will get the ball, and we're still tied at 17.
It's right, it's good, it's here. Upstairs the place. Upstairs the place. For the real taste of beer and all the good times you have here.
Other beers say they're full body. Upstairs.
Upstairs the place. Drinks all around. Upstairs the place.
Sure doesn't leave you thirsty.
For the real taste of beer. Upstairs the place.
Now, what'll you have? For a variety of bright ideas, turn to True Value hardware stores. For stylish lighting, get the Lauren Swing Arm Wall Lamp for just $28.88. Add extra outlets with the Gemline 8-outlet power strip, only $2.89. Prepare for emergencies with the Rayovac 5-way Magnum Light, just $12.99. And the First Alert smoke detector with escape light, only $16.99 at participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
Since the first quarter, the Packer defense has been tremendous. The Dallas Cowboys now get the ball back on the 30-yard line. Gary Hogeboom is in at quarterback, trying to win that starting job over Danny White as he pitches it out. And he has his receiver, Kirk Phillips. The rap on Hogeboom is that he tries to force the ball too much. He doesn't like to dump it off to his backs. He likes to go downfield. The rap on Danny White is that he likes to dump it off too much and not throw it downfield. So you've got two guys with two different problems.
Put them together to be okay with it.
It's a first down for the Cowboys and a little movement on the offensive line. Packers roster at 77 right now. They have 7
False
cuts to make
start,
by
setting
August
up too early.
14th.
Number 62 on the offense. Still first down.
It's Brian Baldinger with the movement. First down, 15 yards to go. Whitehurst is throwing the ball on the sideline. I believe we'll see Whitehurst the next offensive series for the Packers. Whitehurst will have a chance to win the game for the Packers. 13:49 remaining in the ball game. Hogeboom under heavy pressure from John Dorsey. Dorsey along with Donnie Humphrey, and they don't want to let him go. There's that number 97 I was talking about.
He was right there. Donnie Humphreys and Dorsey.
Dorsey played at Connecticut, and the conference he played in would not be considered stiff competition.
There he is, number 97, after the quarterback, and he's going to get credited for the sack.
Dorsey dominated the competition in the Yankee Conference. He was the Defensive Player of the Year 2 years in a row. Second down, 25 yards to go. Hogeboom under pressure again. He throws it away. Donnie Humphrey now starting to make his moves for the Packers at defensive end, along with free agent number 94, Charles Martin, who's had an impressive camp for the Packers. Third down, 25 situation. The Packers bring in their prevent defense. Packer defense has looked exceptional tonight, really, other than that first half, that first quarter.
Dallas got 2 touchdowns, and so far they've shut them out. No touchdowns since then.
Good old Dick Modzelewski must have a smile on his face about that. Hogeboom looking down over the middle. Almost a great reception by Mitch Crank. He was covered by Mark Murphy, but he almost came up with it.
Yeah, on third down, it's a very dangerous pass to throw. He's gotten away with 3 of them. You throw the ball third and 18 down the middle like this, and chances are you're going to get intercepted. Look how many green jerseys are right there. It's not the best of passes to throw a 35-yard post pattern on 3rd and 15.
And like we said, that is the rap against Gary Hogeboom.
Yep. You got to throw your 17, 18-yard pattern to the sidelines, your deep hooks or something to try to get that first down. He does. He goes for that deep post when it's long. Oh,
here's this pitch by John Warren, trying to make this team as a punter, and Phillips comes up the middle, picks up a few yards before he's smothered. Poor little old Phillips. You got to feel sorry for him once in a while.
Beautiful 51-yard punt.
13:03 remaining with the score still tied at 17.
Here's Sports Authority Jim Ford with another letter from Durkee's Mailbag.
We have letters here from the Durkee Packer fan clubs in Woodruff, Milwaukee, and Marinette. What is the history of the Packer mascots? Buddy Levius was the first in the 20s. Then came his brother Howie, and of course a dog named Olive because she loved Durkee Olives. Now we got Packy Pack.
We still like the dog named Olive.
Sports Authority Jim Ford's Turkey Mailbag on radio after the games.
There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place.
Believe it or not, there's finally joy in Mudville. Introducing the 1984 Toyota Tercel.
There was pride in Casey's bearing and a smile on Casey's face.
This front-wheel drive Tercel will get you where you're going with more room inside than any other subcompact. The new Toyota Tercel, Toyota's lowest priced car.
And finally, there is joy in Mudville.
Number 17, David Whitehurst, is now in at quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, the 8-year veteran out of Furman. A big test for David Whitehurst. Both David and Rich Campbell were not very happy when Randy Wright was promoted to the number 2 spot. The pass is batted down by Jim Jeffcoat, the Cowboys' number 1 draft choice last year. So both Whitehurst and Campbell feel they have something to prove. Last year in the preseason, those two guys battled it out for the number 2 position, and this year they've given it to Randy Wright, who went 10 out of 15 for 120 yards in this ball game. Take another look at that play. Jeffcoat knocking it down. He almost batted it up and caught it.
Almost had it right in his arms for a big 6.
Single back offense for the Packers. Second down, 10 yards to go. Whitehurst with plenty of time. And who's he throwing it to? There wasn't a guy within 10 yards of that ball.
3rd and 10. Whitehurst got to get a little bit more together now.
Must have been a mix-up on that play.
Yeah, he
you
was
have some rookie receivers in there. Landry, a man who has led the Cowboys to 81% of their victories here in Texas Stadium. 81% of the games they play here, they win. 3rd down, 10 yards to go for Whitehurst. He's 0 for 2 in the passing department so far. A little pressure from the backside as he tried to get it off to Mike Mead, and I believe we have a flag down. Did I see a flag?
Nope. Looks like the punting team coming in.
No flag.
So that's worst 3 plays we've seen for the Packers all night long. 1, 2, 3, and they're going to punt, no yards. 3 straight incompletions by Whitehurst. So.
Well, to tell you the truth, David Whitehurst has not looked very good during the scrimmages and camp. And that's one of the reasons that Randy Wright is the number 2 quarterback today. Bucky Scribner into punt. It's off a low punt. Fielded and fumbled by Allen. Allen is decked. Good, solid hit. John Pointer for the Packers comes up with a big defensive play. 12:39 remaining with the score tied at 17. And we're back with more on the Packer Preseason Network right after this.
It's the Curtis Mathes Anniversary Sale, and we're celebrating with unbeatable sale prices on our entire line of Curtis Mathes quality. Need a portable TV? Ours start at only $338. Looking for a color console? Take ours home for only $588. But the best news is a Curtis Mathes 4-year warranty. We'll double it to 8 years. You pay nothing for parts, picture tube, or labor till the 1992 elections. That's peace of mind. That's quality only from Curtis Mathes. So come on into the Curtis Mathes Anniversary Sale and pocket savings 2 ways, with great sale prices and double the famous Curtis Mathes 4-year warranty.
When you drink caffeine-free cola, you may think, hey, little cola taste. Well, here's a caffeine-free cola with big taste, like cola, made by 7-Up, the company famous for making great-tasting soft drinks with no caffeine. Nothing little about like.
Like cola and sugar-free like, the 7-Up of colas.
Move over, Coke and Pepsi, for the 7-Up of colas. You're too short to be a cola.
We are joining the action live as the Packers had to punt the ball once again. There was a penalty on the last play of the Packers, and it looks like the Cowboys have gained because of the penalty. They have the ball all the way up at the 48 or 49 yard line. The first punt, Mark Cannon left the line of scrimmage too early, so they had to punt it over again, and the second punt was only a 35-yard punt by Bucky Scribner. His first punt was 42 yards. First down, 10 yards to go. The ball on the 48-yard line. Hogaboom still in at quarterback. The handoff goes to Timmy Newsome, and Newsome off balance, but he's leaning in the right direction and picks up 10 yards.
But I think they're going to get caught for holding. Getting a little sloppy now in the fourth quarter. Maybe these two teams a little bit tired. Teams trying to substitute as much as they can. Even with the score 17-17, both coaches like to take a look at various football players. There's a face mask against Green Bay. Initial reaction, one of the Packers over there, I thought it was holding. But evidently it's a face mask penalty. I think he got the first down. Newsome on the run.
Face mask by number 97 of the defense during the run. First down.
That's John Dorsey, the rookie linebacker out of Connecticut. Coming down to the Lone Star State is a homecoming of sorts for about 8 Packer players, plus head coach Forrest Gregg. We'll get into that a little bit later. It's first down, 10 yards to go. The ball now on the Packer 36-yard line. The handoff to Timmy Newsome, and Newsome picks up 5 yards. Forrest Gregg was born in Birthright, Texas, which is about 90 miles from Dallas. 8 other players have the Texas connection. Tim Huffman was a high school All-American at Jefferson High in Dallas. Phil Epps went to high school at Atlanta, Texas. Eddie Garcia played at Wilson High School right here in Dallas. John Jefferson and George Cumby both played at Roosevelt High in Dallas. Greg Cook was in Houston, and Randy Wright, of course, was born in Austin. Gary Hogaboom. Play action. Looking for his man, and he has Frank, and Frank is all the way down to the 11-yard line.
Good pitch by Hogaboom that time. Tight end Frank, right on the money. Frank comes up with a good catch. Let's take another look. Little play action. Not too good a fake, but Hogaboom just lays it in there perfectly. He gets inside the 15 at the 11-yard line, and it looks as if Dallas is knocking on the door to take the lead away.
Total yards so far, the Packers have 379. Anytime you get up around that 400 mark, you should be winning the ball game. Hogaboom hands off to Norm Granger, the rookie out of Iowa. He picks up maybe a yard. We get a shot of Granger. Rich Wingo in at linebacker for the Packers. The veteran from Alabama trying to make this ball club. The ball's on the 10-yard line. Second down. They swing it out to Granger, and Wingo's all over Granger, but Granger slips loose and gets down inside the 10-yard line. Darrell Jones made the tackle. Wingo had him and let him go.
Good move by Granger that time, eluding the tackle, Rich Wingo, just to get inside the 5. Picked up 5 on his own.
The ball now on the 4-yard line. The Cowboys can pick up a first down on the 1-yard line. It's third down, 3 yards to go. A big play for the Cowboys. Hogaboom pitches back to Timmy Newsome, and Newsome will have the first down and the touchdown.
Oh, good hard running by Timmy Newsome that time. From the 5-yard line, they needed all 5 yards, and Newsome got it.
Timmy Newsome.
Here it is around the right side. Newsome cuts back. There's the other back on the inside giving him some help, and he was not to be denied. Good hard running inside the 2. Got in for 6.
Seption in for the extra point. Hogaboom will hold. Cowboys with a chance to go up by 7. The kick is up and good, and the Dallas Cowboys have taken the lead by 7 points. They lead it 24-17 with 9:39 remaining.
notice how light beers tend to be pale imitations of the big brothers they were named after? When it comes to taste, there's just something missing. That's why you should get your hands on a Jacob Best Premium Light. Jacob Best is brewed to be a light beer from the start. Brewed with choice Cascade hops to create the best light beer you've ever tasted. So why drink somebody else's when you could be drinking the best? Light beer drinkers who know better know best.
If you still think year-round comfort means replacing those drafty windows, your Seal-Tight dealer has great news. At 10% of the cost of replacement windows, Seal-Tight add-on windows boost your existing window efficiency by 100% and stop drafts. Seal-Tight is the quality custom-built window to fit any existing window. The key is Seal-Tight's patented ball joint fastener, which makes an airtight seal and snaps on and off. Look for Seal-Tight at fine hardware stores and home centers. For the name of your authorized dealer, call 1-800-242-2995.
That's the best that Gary Hogeboom has looked all evening as he leads the Cowboys down in the drive as they score it and take the lead 24-17. Wendell Gladden once again will do the kicking for the Cowboys. Del Rogers and Harlan Huckleby are deep for the Packers. Good kick by Gladden. Nice high kick, and Huckleby will take it on the goal line. Trying to cut up to the outside, and they stop him at the 15-yard line. Tackled by Jimmy Turner. Free agent linebacker trying to make the Cowboy team. Hogeboom so far, 7 out of 11 for 70 yards. So the Packers will take over the ball just outside the 15-yard line. David Whitehurst at quarterback. Did not have a good first series. Mark Cannon, a rookie, in at center right now for the Packers. They also have Gary Huffman, a rookie tackle in. The pitch back to Ray Krause, and Krause is stuffed. He's tackled there by Ray Brown. Ray Krause, a free agent from the Canadian Football League. He's been slowed in camp by an injury, but he's healthy tonight. Of a yard on the play. 9 minutes now remaining in the ball game as the clock begins to become a factor. Good shot of David Whitehurst. Heavy pressure on Whitehurst. He couldn't find a receiver open, and there was a little scuffle in the interior line. Whitehurst was sacked by Jim Jeffcoat, but Tim Huffman and one of the Dallas Cowboys interior linemen were in a little scuffle. And it's going to go against the Cowboys.
On that sack, I think they got a hold of Whitehurst's face mask. Going to cost him 5 and a first down. Let's pick it up. Whitehurst going back, and he's looking at the on-rushing defensive lineman now.
Number 92 of the defense grabbing the face mask. Still second down.
Grab the face mask on the way down.
Ottman with the penalty for the Cowboys. Second down, 10 yards to go. Whitehurst pitches out to Krause with a blocker ahead, and Krause picks up some yards out across the 20-yard line. Gary Huffman blocking in front of him. And I like the size that this Huffman has, 10th round draft choice. It's got to be tough for a quarterback like David Whitehurst to work with mainly rookies and free agents. There are a few veterans in there right now, but while the other quarterbacks are working with the first and second lines, he's working with a bunch of players who are trying to make this ball club. Whitehurst looking outside. He had Phil Epps, and Epps dropped it. Everson Walls defending for the Cowboys. David Whitehurst had time that time, pitched it out, threw it rather high to Epps, but Epps had a shot at it. Everson Walls puts the helmet in the back as the reception as he drops it. Now into punt for the first time is rookie John Christopher, free agent who had a tryout last year with the Cincinnati Bengals. And his first punt is a low line drive. Picked up by Allen. Allen stopped by John Pointer. Rich Wingo also in on the tackle for the Packers. And the Cowboys will take over, leading 24-17 with 7:47 remaining.
You're running a temperature, and your physician's office is closed. You don't want to wait in an emergency room. See a doctor immediately at MedAccess. 7 days a week, 365 days a year, no appointment necessary. Now there's someplace besides a hospital emergency room that accepts your insurance, and at a cost up to 60% less. MedAccess for immediate medical care of minor illnesses or accidents. Now there's MedAccess, open 7 days a week, every day of the year.
An affiliate of the Mount Sinai Medical Center.
You got your Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra season subscription offer in the mail, but you didn't send it in.
Strike one.
You knew that if you subscribed, you'd get up to 8 free dinners at Milwaukee's finest restaurants, but you didn't send it in.
That's two.
And you knew subscribing would get you a good seat to see Andy Williams and other great Pops performers, but you didn't send it in.
Strike three. You're up.
Conduct yourself accordingly with a season subscription to the Milwaukee Symphony before it's too late.
The Cowboys will have the ball just inside Packer field position on the 49-yard line. Gary Hogeboom remains the quarterback for the Cowboys. They lead by 7. The pitch back goes to Timmy Newsome, who's looked rather good tonight. Newsome picks up 4. Charlie Johnson in on the tackle for the Packers.
Well, Green Bay has almost 90 yards more in offense, but they trail by 7. 125 yards rushing, 247 yards passing so far. 23 first downs to the Cowboys 20.
Second down, make it 7. Timmy Newsome becoming a workhorse. There's a flag down as Newsome goes out of bounds. Paul, you mentioned before that at one time you remember Vince Lombardi saying that Forrest Gregg would make a great coach.
He really did, and he has really, since he started his coaching career at Cincinnati. I think he's done a great job. He took Cincinnati to the Super Bowl, and I remember the coach saying that one day at practice. He said, one of these days, Forrest Gregg's going to be a great
Illegal
coach.
motion, offense not set for a second. It'll still be second down.
Illegal motion, 5 yards, still second down, but of course, Forrest was one of his favorites. Always graded out as high as any lineman I think he ever coached.
Forrest Gregg, the only man in NFL history to be in a Super Bowl and be in it as a player and a head coach. Second down, Hogeboom has time. Swings it out, has Crank. And Crank is becoming a big receiver. There's a flag down once again.
A lot of flags now. Let him play.
It's starting to get long, isn't it, Paul?
Sure is. 3 hours from kickoff, and we still have 6 minutes and 55 seconds, and that's a problem with so much of the rule changes in the last 5 or 6 years, and the game's going upstairs. It's pass first and then run.
Holding by number 75 of the offense. It's still second down.
Still second down. Packers have lost 3 fumbles tonight, all by...
I believe two were by Wright.
By Mr. Wright. Yeah, he got one back.
Second down, 22 yards to go as the Packers are driving the Cowboys back into their own territory. Hogeboom under pressure. He dumps it off. Has Springs, and Springs has some running room, and he's very close to a first down.
I think he's got
pickup of 22. Another flag. Do you believe it, Paul?
It's almost a flag on the last 6 plays.
This thing's really getting sloppy.
It really is. Well, there are people of the belief they think they can, if they really watched every player and graded it very strictly, there'd be a flag every play.
Number 63 and 73 of the offense, still second down.
A couple of the offensive linemen got downfield too quickly. 43,371 here tonight. What does this place hold, Paul?
Also, I don't know the exact total, but
it must be about
65,000.
They ain't gonna take it.
Over 20. Not here.
Second down, 32 yards to go, and they'll give it to the draw, Norm Granger. And Granger has some running room. Granger fights his way out past the 45-yard line. He'll be a good 12 yards short of the first down, but it's a nice run by the rookie from the University of Iowa.
18-yard pickup.
Paul, you had a chance to work a lot of USFL games this year for ABC Radio. What do you think of the league? Is it going to hold?
Well, I tell you, they've got some very stable people in that situation there. I think the football improved about 250% in 1 year. They did a nice job. I'll tell you one thing. We really don't have enough time to go all in it, but the players love that league. It's caused the salaries to go way up.
3rd and 13, and Hogaboom connects to Timmy Newsom.
They got the first down. They had the football back on the 29-yard line. They needed 29 yards, and they got it for the first down. Here's Hogaboom going upstairs, and you see him motion to the receiver to find the open spot, and he did. Newsom got the first down.
Well, with 5:27 remaining, if the Cowboys can hold on and put one in here now, they'll pretty much have it wrapped up. The ball now on the 36-yard line. Hogaboom back to pass. He's going for it all. Caught out of bounds. The ball was caught out of bounds.
He was absolutely out of bounds.
Kirk Phillips.
Phillips is getting up very slowly.
He had to go after the ball, and I think the ball was just thrown a little too wide. He had his man beat.
There it is on the outside, and he's got his man beat, but his feet, got to have both of them in. I don't think he had either of them inside.
Working against M.L. Thompson. Second down, 10 yards to go. The handoff up the middle to Timmy Newsom. Let me tell you something. Mr. Newsom's playing some football tonight. He's in a battle with Ron Springs for a starting spot in the Dallas backfield.
He's not going to beat Springs out there, Joe. He's going to make this football team possibly, but I don't think he's going to move Springs out.
Definitely be a nice backup. The Cowboys are doing something a little bit different this year. They're calling the plays in hand signals quite a bit of the time, and that's something new for Tom Landry. I don't know if I like that hand signal idea. What do you think of it?
Well, I just like to see the quarterback call the plays myself.
The handoff to Granger, and he's
Another
stopped.
flag.
Another flag is down. Rich Turner in on the tackle.
Holding against the Cowboys.
Well, the one nice thing about all the penalties for the Cowboys, they're making this a very long drive. 4:19 remaining in the game.
Number 73 on the offense, still third down.
The stats for Timmy Newsom on the night: 9 carries, 42 yards, and 1 touchdown. He's also caught a couple of passes for 22 yards. It's now going to be 3rd down and 11 yards to go. It's a big play for the Packers because if the Packers stop them here, the Cowboys are maybe not out of field goal position, but it would be a 50-plus field goal. And Gary Hogaboom goes into the shotgun formation. Big play here for the Packers.
Blitz.
Hogaboom. Wide open. And his man, Darrell Smith.
Well, the Packers went hamstring with the blitz. He sidestepped it. There's a flag down about the 30-yard line. Let's pick up the penalty now. This is the 5th flag in this period, in this drive. 4 of them against the Cowboys.
By defense, number 27. Penalty is declined. First down.
Penalties declined against the defense. Defensive holding will take the play.
Gary Hayes was caught for holding. Estes Hood, the man who was covering Darrell Smith on that play. And the Cowboys have a first down inside the 20-yard line. 4:13 remaining in the game. And the Cowboys have a chance to put it away early. Hogaboom. Stepping in. Intended for Michael Thompson. Good defensive play out there by the Packers. Could have been an interception. I think it was Thompson on the coverage for the Packers. Had that been intercepted, he may have gone a long way.
Hogaboom may have a stronger arm, but my choice would be Danny White. I just think he's got a little bit better delivery, gets the football there, softer, more catchable, and can't take away what Danny White's done in the past.
It's a draw play. And the man with the ball is James Newton now in the game. Check that, make that Johnny Salters. Maybe you'll see the Dallas Cowboys use kind of a relief quarterback thing this year. That's been mentioned in the papers down here.
Really?
Yes.
There's the old Cowboy cheerleader there. He's been here for years.
You know him?
No, but I'm going to get his name. We call him Crazy Red.
Pass over the middle. It's Crank once again with the ball. He's inside the 5-yard line. Hogaboom was under heavy pressure, and Crank has caught another pass.
So Crank, the big tight end, and filling in for Doug Cosby. Tight ends have had a good night tonight against the Packers. He just, on a little delay over the middle, had a man-to-man back there defensively.
He's having a big night for the Cowboys. And the Packers now bring in their goal line defenses. Charlie Johnson checks in. And the Packers are having some trouble getting all their players off the field. I believe they got them all off in time. Handoff up the middle. And Johnny Salters walks in for the touchdown. And the Cowboys have now jumped out to a 30-17 lead.
I'll tell you, they overcame 5 flags in this drive, Dallas. Seemed like they had the football for 2 days. And then they got a break with the penalty and a big pass play by Gary Hogaboom. They had about 30 yards to go in that series for a first down. They made it, so they earned it, so to speak.
Rafael Septan trying to make it a 14-point lead for the Cowboys. He does so. The Dallas Cowboys now lead the Green Bay Packers 31-17 with 2:35 remaining. We'll have more right after this timeout.
Tax shelters aren't just for big corporations. We can all have good investments that maximize growth and minimize taxes. The Newman companies can set up just such a plan for you. A plan that keeps your money where it belongs, making more money for you. Money management in one place, a safe place. The Newman Companies. Call us.
Say goodbye to America's favorite can of motor oil. That Quaker State quality America has trusted for over 70 years now comes exclusively in this unique, easy-to-pour plastic bottle, made to cost you nothing extra.
So long, spouts. See you, dirty hands.
Goodbye, oily rags.
No more leaky cans.
Get Quaker State's pen-grade protection and no mess. Easy to open, pour, and reseal. Today, you need an oil this good in a package this good.
That last scoring drive by the Cowboys, 10 plays, 49 yards. They ate up 5 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock. They overcame 40 yards worth of penalties. So that was actually a pretty good drive by Gary Hogeboom. Del Rogers is back deep, and he takes the kick from Wendell Gladham. And Popcorn pops his way up past the 20-yard line. And now we'll see if David Whitehurst can move the football team. He hasn't been successful his first 2 attempts. Of course, Whitehurst started 34 consecutive games from 1977 to 1979 before he gave way to Lynn Dickey. Last season, David had 1 good performance and 1 he'd rather forget about. He led the Packers down to a winning field goal against Houston when Lynn Dickey suffered severe headaches. And he had a rough day against Detroit in '83 in relief of Dickey. He had a chance to win the ball game, and the Packers lost it. He dumps off a screen to Ray Krause. And Krause is up for a first down over the 30-yard line. From the Canadian Football League, Ray Krause, free agent, getting a shot. Hogeboom's stats on the night, 10 out of 16, 115 yards.
That was Whitehurst's first completion.
Whitehurst goes back to pass once again. And he's looking long, looking for Ron Cassidy. Overthrown. Defending on the play, Everson Walls. And that's the 2-minute warning. We'll be back for more right after this.
It's right, it's good, it's here. Upstairs the place. Upstairs the place. Oh, real taste of beer and all the good times around here.
They brew this beer the way I drink it, cold and slow.
Upstairs the place. Drinks all around. Upstairs the place. Best beer in town.
Pabst has real beer flavor.
Oh, the real taste of beer. Upstairs the place.
Now, what'll you have?
1:55 remaining in the ball game. The Cowboys leading it 31-17. David Whitehurst now in at quarterback. He's been ineffective so far, Paul.
Yeah, he's had, of course, you got to give him his just due also, Joe. He's in there with a lot of guys. He's probably would like to be in there with that first group. All your quarterbacks would like to get that shot. And he hasn't had too much time. He's been rushed. He's also been strapped with some poor field position, but he hasn't looked too good. He just completed his first pass, a little drop-off screen to the left side, picked up the first down. So he's just going to try to get a little experience here with the 2-minute drill, move the team upfield a little bit.
David Whitehurst intended, knocked off, and it's picked off. The man with the interception, Dennis Thurman. The pass was intended, I believe, for Scott Shalane. It was tipped, and Thurman was right there playing center field, and he grabs the ball. And the Cowboys will probably sit on the clock now the rest of the way out. Take a look at it again. Whitehurst under some pressure. I can't quite tell who that man was. It was Lenny Taylor, number 42. And Thurman comes up and makes the interception. So the Cowboys have the ball back at the 46-yard line with 1:48 remaining. And now we'll see him try to run the clock out, leading 31-17. Handoff. That's number 39, Johnny Salters, the man who scored the last touchdown for the Cowboys. As Tom Landry is now looking at as many players as he can get into the ball game. They've got some heavy-duty cutting to do before August 14th. That's when the roster goes down to 70 players. Of course, the Cowboys recently were sold to a group of businessmen led by H.R. Bumbright. But basically, the operation has not changed at all. Tom Landry is still the head man as far as the football duties go. Handoff once again to Salters, and Salters has some room. He's taken down by Gary Hayes, free agent from the Canadian Football League. I'd like to thank our stats man tonight, Jerry Cohen. Did a super job for us. Our spotter, Steve Irvin from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. And the fine technical crew we had tonight. And we've got another flag down.
Holding during the run, number 98 of the offense, still second down.
Holding call against the Cowboys, still second down. Some high points for the Packers tonight. Obviously, Randy Wright. Lynn Dickey looked good. Jesse Clark, 52 yards rushing and 9 carries and 1 touchdown. Also caught the ball 3 times for 65 yards. Second down, 16 yards to go. This time the pitch back goes to Mike Ravel. And Ravel is up to the midfield stripe. That big 25 in the middle. You're going to be seeing a lot of that this year. That is for the silver season, the 25th year of the Dallas Cowboys in the NFL. Cowboys are celebrating it up big. There actually are 7 other teams who are celebrating their 25th year in the NFL. But the Cowboys, being America's team, likes to do it up big. 35 seconds remaining now in the ball game. This may be the last play of the game. Johnny Salters, and Salters all the way into the 38-yard line, make that the 43-yard line, and that probably was the last play of the ball game. Well, Paul, 0-1 for Forrest Gregg and the Green Bay Packers.
Well, I think offensively they look pretty good. They looked pretty good defensively until they started substituting, and both these teams, Packers got 80 football players. They saw as many as they could, and Dallas, on the other hand, 2 touchdowns in the 4th quarter, turned it tied, and Whitehurst really to take up for him a little bit. Joe, he didn't have the troops in there. He was in there with the shock troops, and poor field position, pretty tough to move, and they got 2 touchdowns after he came in.
The final here from Texas Stadium, the Cowboys 31, the Packers 17. We'll be back for a final word in a minute.
If you're serious about business, you're already investing a lot of time and money and effort in your career. Now think for a second. Isn't your career, your future, worth 42 cents a day more?
Save $7.50 off the cover price with a subscription to the Wall Street Journal. Order 19 weeks for $39. Phone toll-free 800-453-1900. That's 19 weeks, just $39. And save $7.50. Phone 800-453-1900.
You'll have a great time saving money during the Carnival of Values at True Value hardware stores. Get this Cervest 5-piece ratcheting wrench set for only $8.99. And you can get a Master Electrician Safety Outlet for just $15.99. This tough TrueGuard combination padlock is only $1.57. And you'll find this handy chrome flashlight for just $1.49 in the Carnival of Value circular from participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
Ask the independent investors you know the name of the largest discount stockbroker in America, and they'll tell you Charles Schwab and Company. Over 50 offices and more customers than any other discount broker. Ask the independent investors why Charles Schwab and Company is the largest, and they'll tell you up to 76% discount on commissions when you buy or sell securities. Place your orders from anywhere in the country 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Computer technology that speeds order entry and executions. Accounts protected up to $2.5 million. Low interest rates when you borrow on your marginable securities, and no salesperson will call, ever. Charles Schwab, the largest for very good reason. Ask the independent investors, and they'll tell you. Go with America's #1 discount stockbroker, Charles Schwab.
For your free information kit and discount rate schedule, call this toll-free number now, 800-453-3800. That's 800-453-3800.
31-17, the final here from Texas Stadium tonight, and the Packers will get a chance to get even with the Dallas Cowboys September 23rd when they play them for real during the regular season. It'll be the 4th game. Paul, you always try to look for some positive points out of a loss in the preseason. What do you think?
The bottom line of this is the Dallas reserves in the 4th quarter a little bit better than the Packers reserves, that's all. They fought to a standoff. Both these teams 17 all, their first 2 units, and I think Forrest's pretty happy, especially the way the defense, the 1 and 2 units played from the second quarter through the third quarter. That half of football they played pretty good, and I think that's improvement he's looking for.
He's also got to see a lot of players, and I'm sure that's what he'll try to do next week when the Packers will take on the Chicago Bears from Milwaukee. Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock, so please join us on the Packer Television Network. For Paul Horning, I'm Joe Schmidt, saying so long from Dallas, Texas. The final once again, the Cowboys 31, the Packers 17.
This telecast of Green Bay Packer preseason football has been brought to you by True Value. The more you've got to do, the more you need True Value hardware stores. We've got what it takes. Quaker State. Today, you need a motor oil this good. Toyota. The reliable and inexpensive Tercel 3-door SR5. Now at your local Toyota dealer. The Pabst Brewing Company. Brewers of Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer. For the real taste of beer, Pabst is the place. And by Seal Tight, the beautiful insulating third window.